Okay, so we live in a world that is just screaming for our attention, right? Notifications, emails, a million things pulling you in different directions. Well, what if I told you that the ability to just focus has become a genuine superpower? In this explainer, we're going to break down how you can actually harness that power. Let's dive in. I mean, you know this feeling, right? You get to the end of the day, you've been running around, answering emails, hopping between tasks, and you look at your to-do list and it feels like it's actually longer than when you started. You were definitely busy, but what did you really get done? That exact feeling, that's why we have to talk about a totally different way to work. All right, so here's our game plan. First, we'll tackle the problem, the tyranny of shallow work. Then, we'll get into the solution, the superpower of deep work. After that, we'll help you find your personal style by choosing a focus philosophy and then give you the tools to build your deep work ritual. And to wrap it all up, we'll get some inspiration from some real-world focus masters. Okay, let's kick things off with the big problem, the thing that I think so many of us struggle with. It's this constant state of busyness that tricks us into thinking we're being productive, when really, it's holding us back from doing our best, most important work. This is what we're calling the tyranny of shallow work. So check this out. This really breaks down the two forces fighting for your attention every single day. Over here, you've got shallow work. Think multitasking, that constant ping of emails and notifications. It's easy, low-effort stuff that doesn't demand much from your brain, but it also doesn't create much value. And then you've got deep work. This is all about single tasking, zero distractions, on something that's really cognitively demanding. It's tough for sure, but this is where the magic happens. This is where you create high-quality, valuable stuff. All right, so enough about the problem. Let's talk about the solution. And look, deep work isn't just some nice idea or productivity fad. It's a method that's actually backed by science to unlock a whole new level of performance. Honestly, it's a superpower for getting the stuff that really matters done. And if you need proof, just look at these numbers. This shows the hidden cost of all that multitasking. Research from the American Psychological Association found that just switching between tasks can absolutely tank your productivity by up to 40%. That's huge. And the reason for this is something called attention residue. It's like even when you switch to a new task, a part of your brain is literally still stuck on the last thing you were doing. Deep work gets rid of that residue so you can operate at 100%. So, what's the ultimate goal here? What are we chasing with these deep work sessions? It's this thing called a flow state. You've probably felt it before. It's that magical zone where you are so completely immersed in what you're doing that the rest of the world just fades away. Time flies, your focus is laser sharp, and this is where your best ideas, your most creative work, just pour out of you. It's peak performance, and deep focus is the key to unlocking it. Okay, right about now, you might be thinking, this all sounds great, but my job is just chaos. There's no way. Well, the good news is, deep work isn't some super rigid one-size-fits-all system. The author Cal Newport actually lays out 4 different philosophies, so you can find a style that genuinely works for your life and your job. Let's run through them real quick. First, you've got the monastic approach. This is the most extreme. Think of a novelist locking themselves in a cabin to finish a book. Then there's bimodal, where you split your time. Maybe a couple days a week are for deep work, and the rest are for everything else. The rhythmic philosophy is all about building a consistent daily habit, like dedicating the first 90 minutes of every single day to your most important task. And finally, there's the journalistic approach. This is for people who can switch into deep work mode on the fly, grabbing a spare hour here and there whenever it pops up. So, which one of those sounds like it could work for you? So once you've kind of picked a philosophy that feels right, it's time to get practical. The real key to making deep work actually stick is to build a ritual around it, a set of habits that basically tell your brain, okay, it's go time, time to focus. Let me show you how it works. It really comes down to these 4 pretty simple steps. First, schedule it. Seriously, put it in your calendar like it's your most important meeting of the day and protect that time. Second, eliminate distractions and be ruthless about it. Phone in another room, notifications off, the whole deal. Third, create a little pre-work ritual. Could be as simple as clearing your desk or making a specific cup of coffee. It's a trigger for your brain. And finally, number 4, track your progress and reflect. See what's working and what's not, and tweak your system. And you know, this whole idea of eliminating distractions, it connects to this bigger principle, captured perfectly in this quote, often linked to Steve Jobs. Simplicity is the ultimate sophistication. By embracing simplicity, you're actively getting rid of all the mental clutter that gets in the way of deep thinking. It's not just about what you do, it's about all the things you choose not to do. And here's a perfect example of that pre-work ritual in action. The famous author Haruki Murakami, he doesn't just sit down and hope for inspiration to strike. No way. He has this super strict daily routine. Wakes up early, goes for a run, and then he writes. Every single day. That whole process is a powerful signal to his brain that basically says, all right, everything's in place, it's time to focus. Now. Murakami is a fantastic example of someone who mastered focus through ritual. So, what other kind of incredible results are possible when you really commit to this? Let's take a look at a few other real-world masters to see what deep work can really do. Okay, get this. To finish the final Harry Potter book, probably one of the most anticipated books of all time, J.K. Rowling knew she couldn't get it done with all the distractions of normal life. So what did she do? She went full monastic. She checked herself into a fancy hotel suite where her one and only job was to write. She literally built a fortress of solitude so she could focus 100% on that massive task. And the result of that intense, obsessive, uninterrupted focus? A staggering 8.3 million copies sold in the United States in the first 24 hours. I mean, that number isn't just a testament to a great story. It's a testament to a creator who knew she had to prioritize deep, concentrated work to deliver something truly special. Then you've got someone on the complete other end of the spectrum, like Elon Musk, who's juggling multiple world-changing companies at the same time. He uses a version of that journalistic philosophy we talked about, famously breaking his entire day into these hyper-focused 5-minute blocks. By giving every single sliver of time a specific job, he slashes that costly context switching and just maximizes what he can get done across all his ventures. So here's the big takeaway from all of this. Deep work is not just another productivity hack. In this crazy, distracted world we live in, the ability to just shut out all the noise and truly concentrate, that is the skill that will set you apart. It's the thing that lets you learn hard things fast and produce work at an elite level. And that really just leaves us with one final thought, one final question for you. You have the framework now, so the question isn't just how you're going to do deep work, it's what are you going to do with it? What's the great challenge, the complex problem, the ambitious project that you are going to solve with your new superpower?